everyone. So I just wanted to show you before I start working with these. I have two skins here from just off pouring that I did from my last few projects. And as you can see, I peeled it off the plastic I used. Here is the lighter pink and gold one. And there's two sides. I'll show you the other side first because I think this doesn't look as good. See, it doesn't really look that great. So I like this side better. It's got some cool patterns here. Some cool stuff going on here. This is interesting, definitely here. And all this. So what I did was I used this stuff, just gloss fluid medium and varnish, and I put it over the pour so that it's thicker and I could peel it off. So now I've got a nice skin to work with. And this is interesting. So I'm gonna make some art out of this. And then this one is kind of interesting too because both sides are interesting. So here's the front side, or the top side as I poured it. No, wait, yeah it is. Sorry, there's glare, but see how interesting that is? I even see shapes in here. I see like a woman's hips and her leg, and I can see a dress coming out. And this would be the top of her dress, and I could paint, like I'm just seeing all these things here. But I also poured it in this certain way to do something here that I want to do. So I have to decide whether to keep it all in one piece or to cut it into sections and sort of fit it together, because I can always paint over these parts and paint under it as well. But also this side looks kind of, there's some really interesting things going on here. See, like that is really interesting. And this, it's sort of more, in a way it's more interesting, it's more loud and there's more contrast. But for what I want to do, which is a dress, for what I want to do, it's kind of doesn't really, I mean it goes together. I suppose I could make it go together, but I don't know. I'm torn. Because look, that's interesting, but there's lots of holes. But these are really interesting happenings here. And then of course this looks really cool, but I don't know. So instead of me doing a final voiceover after the fact, I decided to leave in the audio that as I went along, as I spoke in real time, so that you could hear my thought processes and the questions that I asked myself and the problems that I solved in order to make Marigold here happen. I hope you appreciate that. It may not be as interesting or tailored as a video that has a voiceover after the fact, but I think it's useful to hear the problems you have to solve when dealing with these acrylic skins and how you piece them together and things like that, and using multimedia and gluing things down and painting over it. So I hope you appreciate that, and I will also want to thank Anne-Marie Ritterhoff. I'll leave a link to her YouTube channel in the down bar, but she was directly influenced me to do these acrylic pours, and so as a result I saw Marigold happening. So thank you very much, Anne-Marie, and a big shout out to you, and anybody watching this should go check out her channel because it's really wonderful. So thank you. I know Anne-Marie has inspired a lot of people, but somehow she gets me motivated to keep doing art, and part of this is loosening up for me to do a more abstract art, so watching her really has helped me do that. I also apologize for my head being in the way much of the time here. It's a new filming setup and my hair is greasy and I need a dye job. So that being said, let's move on. Okay, so right now I'm sort of in the middle of my process of making my design. And I'm trying to decide whether to put this on white or black. Kind of got it in 3 or 4 pieces now. Yeah, so I'm trying to decide which looks better. And then trying to decide whether to make hair the pattern or the bodice of the dress. I guess I have to do, no, I don't have to do anything. I'm trying to decide whether to make the bodice of this same material or try the underside of that and make it green, or make her hair green, or make the background green. This is the dress, and then it's got, I can't really extract it from the background really. Maybe I have to. Maybe I'm gonna have to cut this out and make the background a whole different color or leave it black. I just like how it's differentiated in that way already, but I can't really continue that green on. It's just not enough of it and it doesn't really make sense. So I think I'm gonna have to cut that out. Okay, I'll just leave this sort of whatever. I'll trim this up later better. Careful, it sticks to each other. Now I can either make the bodice of the dress this green to distinguish the top of the dress, or I could make long flowing hair out of green. What to do, what to do, what to do. Anyway, I'll make those decisions and then come back and tell you. Okay, I've got my little drawing here. I hope you can see this. Now I just have to figure out, get this out of the way, how to get this out of this. So pick this pink part here and get me an arm. So I was very lazy here and in a really creative mood, and I just wanted to get going, so I just quickly sketched that out on a paper towel. Normally I wouldn't do that. I would have used regular paper, but I just quickly, you know, in a rush of creativity did this. So normally I would use paper though and really think it out a lot more, but because these shapes were so simple, I really just needed a really quick guideline. I was going to even just cut the arm out freehand, but I figured, no, I'll just sketch it out quickly, and all I had was a paper towel handy. Okay, we have a little pink arm, if you can see that. I should get a regular piece of paper. Oh well, too lazy. Okay, I need a bodice about that size. So I feel when making a video to show an art process, you can either voice it over like this and describe what was going on in your head, or you can show what I actually did, and I chose to show what I actually did. And I just wanted to keep the shapes very simple so that they fit together just like a little puzzle, and I wanted to let the pour texture be the textured part, and you know, so keep the shape simple was imperative in this for me. So you see how I'm doing this, so I'm going to shut the camera off and keep going because you see how I'm doing the process. So okay, I've made some progress here. Here's what it looks like. Now you see her head there with the golden hair sort of flowing. There was a spot in this. I didn't know whether I wanted to mix these two pours, mix the colors or not, but I think I'm going to, because this is a bit dull. This bottom one is just a bit dull without it. So I found this spot. It's hard for you to see on here. So on this piece here, I found there was just an area right here where my eyes just saw hair, little bangs and hair flying everywhere. So I just saw that spot and I just cut it out with the little neck right there. And then that's what it looks like. That spot looks like that right there. Saw little bangs. And of course I'm going to paint or use my Pitt pens or something on there to sort of help this along. But that's, so that kind of looked like hair to me. So I think I might stick with that. It's interesting. And I kind of like this piece together look. I took some gold from there too, and I decided, because I was either going to make the scarf very flowy or the bow of the dress, I guess this could be, or the hair. I wasn't going to do both, and I was debating on whether to paint the hair in and paint the skin and paint the arm. I don't know, but I've just chosen these pieces. We'll see. So I have to watch out I don't ruin it, because then it's, I don't have another chance. Once I cut that, it's cut. So that's that. So I'll come back when I start gluing it on, I guess. And then I'm trying to decide under here whether to, see how it's see-through, whether to paint like a darker red under there, or I could paint gold. So I have to figure that out. What, if anything, should I paint under here? I think I might take my gold paint and just after embellish it somehow, just me like painting on it. So I don't know. Decisions. I'll come back in a bit when I've made some more progress. All right, next step I'm doing here is, see these see-through parts here? I'm just going in under there. And I'm using these colors that I used. I think I used these in the pour. Oh well, whatever. Magenta and gold. And I kind of like keeping it dark because it sort of implies the shadows of the dress. But I don't know, I'm not... See, that's what it looked like. You can't see what it looked like before, but okay, I'll check that out and I'll show you what this is gonna look like here. And I'm purposely not mixing them together very much because I kind of want it streaky. I'm really just playing around here. See, but I lose the dark. See, the dark is there and I kind of like it dark, so maybe I should put less gold in. Okay, so what I'm doing here is just filling in the dark spots, and in the end it didn't really matter that much whether I did this underneath. I suppose it was a good basis, but I mean, I suppose I could have painted that over the dress as well, but I still would have done it again under like this if I had to do it again. But I could easily paint over the acrylic skin as well, so that's another option if you don't do this underpainting perfectly. Oh boy, it's getting dodgy over here. Then I have to stick the dress down. It's like a weird plastic Barbie doll. There's some there. It's okay. It's part of my plan. I meant to do that. Seriously, I did. Oh yeah, I can paint over this easily. The other thing is I can't stick this down because I have to lift this up and be able to, so I'm gonna have to do that now, is use my medium and stick the dress. So, watch this. Yep, I did that on purpose. Let me do another one right here. Oh yeah, see? So nice. Okay. I'm gonna get a little crazy here. Oh yeah. Okay, that's gonna be nice to paint over. It's gonna be fun. Okay, I have to stop that because I have to glue down this dress. Okay, I'm back. I've decided to use golden matte medium to stick it down. And I'm just gonna pour some in here. I'm gonna start with, and try to go for about half, and I'm gonna stick it right on here. I've watched videos on this, but I can't remember exactly how to do it, so I hope I'm remembering this right. And then I think you have to go after and do the top. But it doesn't seem all that hard. It seems kind of like decoupage. Okay, so the golden matte medium was really great to use, and as you can see, I just painted half of it, and I visually marked in my mind where the center was that I folded it, and then I folded it back over to that center point to get the other side as well. And then I did the top, and then I did the scarf, and then glued on the smaller pieces after that. Oh, I don't like this part. This is not, I'm not used to doing this. This is like not my thing. My thing is painting realism and not doing this kind of stuff. So it's new to me, but I mean, I'm liking how it's turning out. But this is not the fun part for me. Fun part will be when this is over and I can, oh no, get out of here, Mama. And I can, oops, just paint. Mama, get out of here. Okay. All this down. All right, that is, that doesn't seep out the side. Mama, don't start playing with that, please. Oh boy. Nothing a little paint over can't fix though. So yeah, it really is just a matter of being delicate and keeping the pieces together and sticking them down just like you did in grade school. Really fun. Am I making this look easy or absurdly awkward? Leave your comment in the comment section below. I'm going for absurdly awkward at this point. Okay. Look at, I made all these mistakes and it looks awesome. It's kind of wrinkled like fabric, which is really very cool. So that's it. She's glued down, and hopefully you could see all that. So see those waves in her scarf? I kind of like that, and put a little gold on there. Did a little embellishment there at the top of her dress. And then that's, her dress is a pour, and I've been envisioning this for a long time, and I'm gonna do a series of women in their dresses. I've got that other pour there to cut apart and do this with, so hopefully you enjoyed that, and we'll come back when I'm embellishing it and to seal it up.